This is Spitface, here with the First Lady of Sports Talk, the one and only Cheryl Smith. We got CJ out of Chi-Town and Goddess Kelli, the diva of sports debate on. Now, we got our First Lady is a little bit under the weather this morning, but, as she said, we were like, lay down, go there, take a break, First Lady, and she was, the show must go on. Check out the music this week on Shout Out. We are featuring music from Vanessa Moses, where she find her shining star or get the cold feel of the mute button. It's time for our old school giggle. Let's check this one out.
We can learn some shit from a white bitch, because a white bitch knows when to just shut the fuck up. She knows when the argument has come to a motherfucking close. She knows when to back up and say, hey, Peter. I'm going to leave this shit alone. Not our black people ass. We don't give a fuck. A sister will get the last word on your ass, baby. We can be in a goddamn coma. We going to say our shit. She be like, bitch, don't you say nothing else. Fuck you, nigga, and your mother too. Now take that. Baby, we just got some shit. See a little white couple have an argument in the morning time. She gonna cut your shit short, because she don't want to fuck with him. He not gonna make that taste. She's gonna say, hey. All that shit I said, I'm sorry. I love you. Have a wonderful day at work. And I'll call you. Wonderful. Not our black ass. We don't give a fuck about having no argument in the morning time. You gotta go make that motherfucking paper. We gonna say our shit. Then your black ass try to walk out the door like you done ended the motherfucking argument. Oh no, nigga, it ain't over. I'm coming to your motherfucking job. Can I pick the giant, please? Bring that, nigga, bring your ass. And baby, a sister will not apologize. Now James has lost his job, because we done been up there 6 times in 2 days and tell him how the fuck we was feeling about some shit that could have held off for a minute. And we ain't gonna tell him I'm sorry. We ain't fuck that. He sit on the edge of the bed crying. He lost his job. You should have let me say what the fuck I had to say.
All right, that was kind of rough, but hey, it can go that way with the old school giggle. First Lady, we is ready for what you saying.
Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Slide, little birdie, slide. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdies known as the Chicago White Sox wish they could fly far, far away from a near beatdown from their crosstown rivals, the world champion Chicago Cubs. Holy cow. The Cubbies have been struggling for the most of the season. Is this the home cooking they needed to get back on track? Given the Astros and the Dodgers seem to be headed to face off in the World Series, are the Cubs simply facing a case of heating up too late to make any differences? Are the Cubs fans in danger of behaving like Dallas Cowboys fans and ignoring reality? The Sox do have a losing record. Yeah, they have a losing record, a real losing record. Could the Red Sox sneak into the playoffs, make some real noise? Inquiring minds want to know. Elizabeth Blackwell, Kadambian Ganguly, Well, we got some names this morning. Matusaloosa Ray and the Steve Miller Band are asking what you say. I don't know what they say, but I had a hell of a time pronouncing those names. That is for sure. I don't know what the producers are thinking. But anyway, the Dodgers and the Astros, you know, they are light years. I mean, light years ahead of the teams within their division. So, I mean, they are definitely playing the best this year in baseball. But the playoffs should be interesting for these two teams because, you know, sometimes you can play well in the regular season but don't play well in the playoffs. Let's just ask the Dodgers about that last year. On the other hand, the Cubs beat down over the White Sox didn't provide any momentum because the Cubs lost Friday night to the Brewers in a close game. So, you know, the Brewers are within a half game of the division league against the Cubs. I mean, these two teams are really battling it out. I mean, the Cubs, again, they weren't playing well all season, and they finally got themselves back into the race. You know, so it is important for the Cubs to win their division. I mean, because they're about, 4 games out of the wild card race. I mean, they're still in the wild card race, but it's better and easier for them to win the division. But they got to beat the Brewers head-on-head when they're playing them. And so we'll see how this weekend goes regarding that series. Cubs fans, you know, they've won the World Series. So, yeah, they're acting like the Cowboys. You know, one time the Cowboys won won the Super Bowl. You know, they think they can win everything. Well, that's right. That's how the Cubs fans are acting. So, yeah, they're acting definitely like the Cowboys fans. And they don't care regardless of the situation. Even if they're not in it, they still think they can win it. As far as the Red Sox, yeah, they're battling the Yankees for the Eastern Division. They actually gave up the lead to the Yankees. The Yankees are on top. The Red Sox are a half game out from behind the Yankees. So it's going to be a battle to the end of the season. So there's some great races in the Major League Baseball that's going to go down to the end. And Aaron Judge, you know, he is definitely back on track after he had slowed down a little bit. But we'll talk about him another time. So it's always great for baseball when the Yankees and the Red Sox are fighting it out for winning a division because that definitely brings excitement. So, Goddess Kelly, what did you think about this situation with the Cubs?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, First Lady, there's a reason we call you the First Lady. Coming up here, not feeling well, doing your thing. So, you know what? If I was wearing a hat, I would take it off to you for getting your thing going on and being here with us today. We definitely appreciate that. But when it comes to baseball, the Cubs last season, they were Cinderella, and Jake Arrieta was queen of the ball. They won their World Series. They got that championship after 108 years of losing. And now, you know what? It seems like the magic is gone. Once you get that, you get over that hump, you break that curse, there's 2 things you can do. You can either go the route of my Red Sox and keep winning and keep excelling, or you can kind of slip into obscurity, and that seems to be, to me, what's going on with the Cubs. The magic is gone. If you watch them out on the field, they're not showing me anything special. Yeah, they beat the White Sox, but guess what? So has like 50 other teams out there, though. The White Sox have got like the worst record going on right now. That's not something to brag about. That would be like me going out on the street and beating a little midget. That's nothing. You're not winning anything there. And their fans, the Cubs have always had such a big fan base just because with the whole curse, they're one of the more iconic teams in baseball. But now you're right. They are becoming obnoxious, just like the Dallas Cowboy fans. You won one. Talk to me when you win a few of them because you're not doing anything. And just shut up and sit down already. But when it comes to this race, the Dodgers, man, I didn't really see that coming this year. I didn't think that they had the squad. But don't count out my Red Sox. They are young. They are doing great. They're learning what life is like without Big Papi, and I think they're going to make a very good playoff run. And also in the American League, you can't count out the Cleveland Indians. Once again, it's another team that's got a young squad that's showing a lot of talent. They're coming back. They're going to be looking to go into the playoffs with a vengeance after the beatdown they took in the World Series last year in that game, coming down to overtime in Game 7. They were that close. This year could be their year, so I wouldn't count them out. When it comes to sports like baseball or like basketball, once you get into the playoffs, that regular season record means nothing. It's going to be what team has the endurance left in them, what team has the will to win. Because when you get to the playoffs, you're not playing crappy teams like the White Sox. You're playing the best of the best. And may the best team win, and that will be my Boston Red Sox.
You're confident about that, them Red Sox, huh? All right,
Always.
CJ. Let's go to CJ. CJ, you've been called an obnoxious fan because I know you're a Chicago Cubs fan.
You know I am. And I just want to put this out here. Perhaps, yes, the Cubs are acting like the Dallas Cowboys. They're trying not to sweat. They put all that energy out before, and they won. They know they can do it again. The problem is, will they? I believe they will. Don't count the Cubs out yet. Don't count them out. They're slow. Yes, they beat the White Sox. That's just to give you a little taste of what they can do. Against the Yankees, they haven't won a thing. That's going to be their test, to see if they can beat them. They could always beat the Red Sox. I mean, yes, they're a young team. Exactly. They'll choke. It'll be over. No problem. But the Yankees, let's see the Cubbies beat the Yankees. Then I'll know for sure they're going to the World Series, because that's the only team that they're going to have to beat.
All right. Bitchface, you want to chime in on this?
I'm listening to the discussion, and given the fact that I grew up in the Windy City, and, Goddess Kelli, that was a long 108 years. Now, I wasn't there for all of the 108 years, but I was there for a fair part. So I'm going to tell you, I was celebrating that the Cubbies broke the curse. But I'm going to have to say it. Chicago, do not become and do not start behaving like those darn Dallas Cowboys fans, because what will happen is that you will slip into a level of mediocrity that will last another 108 years. You got the manager, you got the executives, you got the players, and when everybody is healthy and everybody is in sync, you got the power. You got the power to do something. So don't sweat one season. Baseball is the most difficult sport to do a repeat. It is. It is. Look at all the NBA repeat, 3-piece, 4-piece, 9-piece. Get Pete and have him get some tacos. Pete. NFL. You look at that. Now, back-to-back Super Bowl. May not win a back-to-back. No, you got a lot of repeating. Go Blackhawks. But not in baseball. Baseball is the most challenging of the team sports to do a repeat. Okay, all right, I got soccer fans going, but what about soccer? Y'all be having some repeating folks, too. So, don't even try me. Julio, or Manez. Don't even try it. Okay. Baseball is the most difficult sport to repeat. So, but Chicago fans, don't go the Dallas Cowboy route. Don't do that. Don't start being all crazy and stuff. Have a little more savviness. You got the Bears. When you can behave like Dallas Cowboy fans. But Chicago fans don't do that. Chicago fans, they are not like Philly fans. But, that's because Philly wild. They're wild up in Philly. Chicago, they're a little more Midwest, kind of, I ain't going to say country, but they're a little bit more moderate than my brothers up in the city of brotherly love, because we ain't throwing no snowballs at Sam. Well, no, we will. We just won't get photographed doing it. That's kind of how that got played. But, so I'm just putting a warning out, mellow out. One season do not a dynasty make in baseball. It ain't like that. And You know, the Red Sox kind of sneaky. They might just make some noise. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. All right. Well, I like I said, I think it's great for baseball that these two divisions, the Chicago Cubs division and the fact that the Yankees and the Red Sox are battling it. I think it's really great for baseball again, to have some uncertainty before the end of the season. So, Spitface, over to you.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my tears, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Explosion, overpowering over the competition. I'm towering, reconciled when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that all get sliced and diced. Competition paying the price. I'm going to knock you out. Mama said knock you out. We are not talking about Yvonne Cagle, Mae Jameson, or Margaret Ray Seddon. And I'm so glad that the writer gave me the easy name. But, of course, the writer gave the first lady the hard names because they know that she can read. We are talking about the knockout punch. Aaron Judge of the Yankees landed on himself with a walk-off home run. It's the 11th inning. You walk up to the plate, take the pitch. It is out of here. And during the celebration, your helmet somehow hits you in the mouth, and out comes the tooth. I almost wanted to see if that was made up, but my man's tooth was all out. Hey, the question is not whether this is weird or funny. The question is how many teeth will Aaron Judge have to lose, and how many home runs will he need to hit for the Yankees to avoid being one and done in the playoffs? When the playoffs start, everyone has 0 wins. Could they get hot and win it all? Which would be more fun to watch, Cubs versus Yankees or Dodgers versus Astros? Jemima Kidd, Star Jones, and Pam Oliver are asking, what you saying? I'm looking at the situation. I'm going, my man gave it for... Now, see, that's called giving it for the team. Take a two. Take a two. Get that two. But he might have to give up a couple of wisdom teeth, a molar, and a few other teeth. And he might need to bite somebody's ankle because the Yankees will be one and done in that first round. They are just not quite there yet, but they're gonna stretch it out, but it for the Cubs and Yankees to make it to the World Series, given the Dodgers and the Astros, they would naturally be the more entertaining to watch. But let's see what the goddess has to say. Looking kind of cute today, too.
Thank you. First of all, I am a Red Sox fan. I grew up in the great state of Connecticut. We don't have our own baseball team, so we got to root for Boston. And we hate the Yankees. We hate them. So you know what? To me, this is karma. He was celebrating after that home run of his, and then he gets his tooth knocked out. This is saying, you know what? Be humble. Stop being one of these Yankee fans that's going to think that you're larger than life, that kind of thing. You're not. You're going to over-celebrate. You're going to lose a tooth. Somebody needed to do it. It was his own helmet instead of somebody punching him in the face, but whatever. He still got what was coming to him. And these Yankees, they are going to be one and done in the playoffs because they are. They are playing over cocky. They're not going to be able to make it through a series against a tough team. They are terrible. He got what was coming to him. I hope next time they knock out his entire mouth full of teeth. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
You mean it? You trying to empower the helmet?
Yes.
All right. Okay. What is that? CJ.
Yeah. The Tooth Fairy just had to come and visit.
The Tooth Fairy.
You can put a wish on anything. And a tooth can be used just as well as anything else. The little Yankees, they need every help they can get. I agree. But if he gives up maybe 3 or 4 more, maybe that'll give him a few more runs. A few more runs, they might make it. It's all under the pillow now.
All right. Okay. First lady. What you saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that he lost his tooth on his own helmet. That's kind of crazy. It was weird, too. But if anything, Aaron Judge will probably need to be toothless for the Yankees to win because they're going to be in a major battle with their rivals, the Boston Red Sox, to make it to the playoffs. I mean, I don't even know if they make it to the playoffs. You know, it's hard to say that because they just got to get to win their division. And, you know, the Yankees, they need to make sure that their pitching is correct. I mean, Judge, you know, Aaron Judge, he's a good hitter, and they do have other hitters on the team. They have a lot of power bats, but they provide enough offense. But the question is, can their pitching stop other teams? And I don't know if they can actually stop other teams. You know, the Red Sox, like Goddess Kelly said, they are a young team. They got a lot of vigor, and they're just, you know, having fun out there, you know, without Big Papi. But I don't know. The Yankees are a young team, too. I mean, I got to give Brian Krasner credit for making the Yankees young again because, you know, for many, many years, the Yankees always would go after the big names, free agents, and their team would be an older team. But they got a lot of young players, too. So that's why I said it's going to be a great race down to the end. As far as, you know, the Cubs again, would I love to see the Cubs play the Yankees or the Cubs play the Dodgers? I prefer the Cubs to play the Yankees because I think we've never seen that before. We already know what the story is with the Cubs versus Dodgers. I think they played last year or the year before. I know we've seen that story already. So I think it would be something new to see the Cubs versus the Yankees. So like I said, I actually am very excited about baseball again. It's been a long time for me to become excited about baseball, but there's a lot of great races out there. So we'll be watching it all the way down to the end.
Baseball, y'all. The first lady done got excited about baseball again. There may be hope for golf. First lady, please take us to break.
These first 2 listeners to email us or send a shout-out while the ladies are grouped together will receive a $25 gift card from our partners at NFLShop.com and Interstate Batteries. And your hint this week is they are out of this world. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from Vanessa Moses on the first part of Shout-Out.
Go, here come the judge. Here come the judge. Everybody knows that. Here come the judge. The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. First lady, I can't wait to hear the music from Vanessa Moses.
On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. Today we have featuring the artist, her name is Vanessa Moses. And DJ, let's play her song, Danish Cookies in My Name.
And my texture's almost like the nectar of avocado, silk honey. I play it through my night, I know that's the close together I go. Music turns my life so bright. on your tongue. Don't let it fighting like this from surrender to my beat lyricism. Cookies in my name, addition in my dreams, and ones and back to my world. Get on stage and sing out on my from Casablanca, then I met my Casanova. That's my name, so I say sweetly, hey, hey. It's a culture and my gestures, almost like the nectar of a battlefield with peach and honey. Wrap myself with chocolate, sun, chat, and flowers high. Wear a little smile.
All right, that was Danish Cookies.
Yeah.
Is my name.
Danish Cookies, my name. All right, so let's go to the panel and see what they thought about Vanessa Moses, Danish Cookie is my name. CJ, you like some
Dunk it
Danish
in
cookies?
some milk. Dunk it in some milk and eat it so it can come out the other side.
Ooh.
So what does that mean? That's you're
That's
hitting
a
the mute
definite
button?
mute that one, honey.
Okay, you're going to mute it all the way through. All right. Goddess Kelli? We know how critical you can be when it comes to some of this music. So what did you think about this particular
She's
song?
going to like it.
Normally, you guys call me the Simon Cowell, but this time I'm going to be the Gordon Ramsay. You know what, Vanessa Moses, your voice is crap. Your cookies are crap. Stay out of the recording studio. Stay out of the kitchen. Maybe get yourself some computer classes. I'm sure you got some skills, but this is not it, honey.
Ooh, spit face. Are you going to bring some normalcy to this song, or are you going to shout it out?
It looks like I have the feeling. What did they put in y'all mimosas this morning? I liked the track. I thought it was it didn't go there at the right time, and it was short, sweet, a little upbeat tempo to get things going, get you live and stuff. And I can see, hey, the party getting ready to start. So I'm giving it a shout out.
All right, you're going to shout it out. Well, I'm a little bit on the fence. I mean, I know what she was trying to do because for some reason the song reminded me of another song, and I can't get to it yet. It's almost like it was from a Broadway play. That's what they reminded me of, a song from a Broadway play. So in fairness to this young lady, I'm going to give her a yo. I'm going to put a yo there. I'm on the fence. I'm not saying it's shout it out. I'm not muting it. I'm going to yo it. So we'll see how she does on the second part of part 2 of shout out. Is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It?
And we know Flipper lives in a world full of wonder, lying there under the sea.
All right, it's Time for flip it while hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Kyrie or Derek, chocolate or vanilla cheese. Defend. With Derrick Rose, Kyrie can say bye-bye and go to the New York Knicks while Cleveland wins a championship. CJ, defend.
You're saying that who's going to be going to where?
All right. Okay. With Derrick Rose. Rose, Cleveland got Derrick Rose. Oh, go for it.
And I got to defend Derrick Rose going to Cleveland. Okay. That was a very good move for Derrick Rose, that he found someone to be able to pay him to sit on the bench and be a co-signer to someone winning a team. That was very smart of him. Excellent play. He couldn't come back to the Bulls and do it again. And I know the Knicks, they weren't really happy with him either. So I'm glad he found a home. This time. And he stays well and healthy. That's my defending for him to go to the Cavaliers.
Now, what about Kyrie going to the Knicks? Since Cleveland now has Derrick Rose, and they can just let Kyrie go, he can go to the Knicks, and Cleveland will win a championship.
Oh no!
Well, you got to defend that. You got to defend that one.
Oh, I got to defend the Knicks winning a championship.
Oh, no, Cleveland winning the championship without Kyrie.
Oh, that's not going to happen. Not in a million years. Especially now that you do have Derrick Rose. He's just going to sit there and take all their little karma away, the little that they had to try and win. I feel sorry for the Cavaliers having to have him. I really do. I really feel sorry for him. Because they're going to either have to beat him up and get him to play right or something. Because he's acting like a little baby. He can't play more 3 games and he's out. He spends more time in the Art Institute than I do. So, yeah, that's about the best I can say about him. No, they're not going to win a championship. They're going to be all upset again. And then he's going to be looking for a new home. Isn't he time to retire? And I felt sorry for the little guy getting traded. They should have given him another chance. He was playing as hard as he could. The Kyrie person. He did his best. Maybe he'll find new friends at the Knicks.
All right, well, we heard that offense from CJ. But Derrick Rose, now that the Cleveland, now that the Cavaliers have Derrick Rose, all the chirping and all the, Kyrie said, I'd love to get traded to the Knicks. They should trade him. Go ahead and trade him. Because now that LeBron knows that he got somebody who got some maturity and somebody who, redemption is a good thing. And Derrick Rose want to redeem himself. He wants to show that he just didn't steal all that money from the Chicago Bulls and and then did it again from the Knicks. He want to show that he is legit and he ain't going to quit. Goddess, defend.
Well, you guys know I lived 15 years in Cleveland, so I need to say to Derrick Rose, welcome to the land. We are happy to have you. And Kyrie, you know what? He's been sick of sitting in LeBron James's shadow. He wants to go find himself a team that's going to appreciate him for the talent he is. And you know what? I love Kyrie. I really do. We won a championship 2 years ago because of Kyrie. I give him all the respect in the world. But egos, they start to collide. Derrick Rose, after his time in New York with the Knicks, he's ready to get back to good basketball and to be with a team that can be a contender. And who better to do that with than with LeBron James, the king himself. Derrick Rose, he's had a lot of injuries in his past. He hasn't been himself while he was in New York. But you know what? With the institution in New York, with James Dolan as the owner there, Derrick Rose wasn't given a fair shake. Now he's going to come to a team that's got a clear-cut leader, and no, I'm not talking about Dan Gilbert. No, I'm not talking about our non-existent GM. I am talking about LeBron James. LeBron James makes everybody better. Derrick Rose has got some stuff left. Those guys get their chemistry going, and you know what? That Larry O'Brien trophy is coming back to the land where it belongs.
All right. First lady hanging in there, defend.
Well, Kyrie on the Knicks would be the bomb in New York City because the Knicks need a new star on Broadway because it's time to close the curtain on the old star, Carmelo Anthony. Well, now let's go to Cleveland. I mean, they had no choice but to sign Derrick Rose, especially with Kyrie requesting for a trade. So, is Rose a step down from Cleveland? I mean, yeah, you may say because Rose is not like Kyrie, but, Derrick Rose probably is a better fit for Cleveland than Kyrie. Rose does the same things as Kyrie, and he comes at a much cheaper cost, a minimum contract versus Kyrie's maximum salary deal. Kyrie shoots the three-pointers much better than Rose, but with LeBron as the point forward, I would expect Rose's three-point percentage to increase. LeBron makes everyone better around him, so if he could bring Derrick Rose close to the Derrick Rose that won MVP in the league, that will be a win-win for the Cavs and for Derrick Rose. Man, everything is coming up roses.
All right. Well, this is flipping where we flip the script and defend the other view. Derrick Rose is a huge has-been. Cleveland needs to do back flips, and LeBron needs to show Kyrie some love. No Kyrie, no championship. Now, looking at the situation, I can get that there are folks who jumping up and down for joy. They got Derrick Rose. But Rose, I put it like this. I think that Congress should convene an investigation because Derrick Rose got away. I think he rolled the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls put a lot of love behind Rose. And a lot of Chicago fans put a lot of love behind Rose. And all they got was overpaying, and overpaying mean he got paid for only playing half of seasons. So he was the highest paid player in the NBA when you go, how many games did he play and get paid for? So he was racking up. And when all was said and done, a little pinky here. I'm now I got to be careful. Oh, see, I ain't worried. They done cleared me. Hey, Cleveland, Derrick Rose is definitely not the answer. And if there was a management that knew how to actually work with their superstars, they could massage the ego and work out the money with Kyrie so that he could stay, because no Kyrie, no championship. Goddess Kelli, defend.
All right. Derrick Rose is more fragile than Donald Trump's ego, okay? Derrick Rose is more fragile than this crystal glass holding.
Got to say, I just wanted to say something. That's awfully fragile.
It is. It is. It's even more fragile than this crystal glass holding my mimosa right now. Kyrie Irving is young, and he has proven himself to be one of the best point guards in the league. He has proven himself to be the clutch player that we need in Cleveland. Because of him, we won that championship. And you know what? Nobody talks about that shot from Kyrie at the end. All they talk about is the block from LeBron James. Nobody gives Kyrie his due, and he deserves that because he is the heart of our team now. LeBron James, he's getting old. He's still the greatest player in the world currently, but he's getting old. We need to look at the future. The future of the team is Kyrie Irving, and all Kyrie wants is he wants a little respect for being the point guard and the leader on the Cavaliers. LeBron James, it's time for you to swallow your pride and make up with Kyrie. Cleveland drafted Kyrie with their #1 pick. He has been with us forever. He's been loyal. He didn't go down to Miami like you, but now he wants to go away because you're not letting him get the spotlight that he deserves. So LeBron, please get down on your knees, put your arms around Kyrie and say, please stay, don't leave us, because the strength of Cleveland has always been in the big three of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, and we need all of those pieces to repeat for the championship after we lost it last year. So get back to what you guys do, which is playing fun basketball, having fun on the court, and proving to the world that you are the best big three in the league. So Kyrie, please don't leave us. We need you. You're our only hope.
All right. CJ, defend.
Yes. Hello?
Go ahead and defend.
Here we go defending again. You know my defenses are terrible. I try to defend them. It's just hard. It really is. It's not good for me. Are we still talking about that Mr. Rose character? Was that a yes?
Yeah.
Why do you guys want me to beat up on this poor man? I just don't. I can't have anything good to say.
Well, you gotta find something good to say from CJ.
He's a nice guy. He comes from the South Side in a good family. But his basketball employment, he needs to find another job. He hasn't proven to me that he's worth millions. He's worth millions. That's what I'll do. That's the good thing I can say about him. I'm going to hope that he gets all the training he needs over this summer so that he can be the best player, the GOAT. Yeah. He's going to bring Cleveland his championship with LeBron, and they're going to be arm in arm, hugs, father and brother to brother, big brother to little brother, passing on the torch. Is that better?
Well, we got the defense from CJ. But the First Lady always has the last word.
Derrick Rose would have been a nice piece as Kyrie's backup guard. You know, he would have been nice behind Kyrie. But the fact that, you know, Kyrie's not going to be there, so now we got to deal with Rose. Now, Rose is not a great three-point shooter, so when LeBron drives to the basket, he will not have Kyrie shooting the three-pointer. It's going to be Derrick Rose. And unfortunately, Derrick Rose shot 21.7% from the three-point line last year compared to Kyrie's 40.1%. So, I mean, we're talking about a big difference here. So my concern with Derrick Rose, in addition to his poor three-point shooting, is the fact that he's a malcontent. I mean, we know the story from last year. He left the Knicks for no valid reason, and it was a disgrace for him just to walk off and walk away from his team. And the problem also with Derrick Rose, he complains a lot. And when things are not going well, the question to me is he going to stand up to LeBron? You know, LeBron's the alpha dog on the team. So, you know, this is why Kyrie wanted to leave, because he's tired of playing second fiddle to LeBron. Do you think Rose want to play second fiddle to LeBron? You know, Rose in his head, he thinks he's the best. Obviously, last year he said that the Knicks had the best three in league, and they were going to the playoffs. So he was wrong about that. You know, Rose is always complaining. He's a malcontent. I don't know. I just don't like Rose with this Cleveland Cavalier team. They're going to miss Kyrie Irving. They really are going to miss. It seemed to me that LeBron and Kyrie, they need to have a sit down, and they just need to just iron this out, and see what they can do to bring Kyrie back. Because I'm sorry, Rose is going to continue to be the player that he is, washed up, and that's how he's going to be playing. So a rose is a rose is a rose is a rose.
Make mine garlic.
All right. Okay. All righty. All righty. And our First Lady, we thank you, First Lady, for hanging in. And but we see that First Lady turning a little pinkish, and that's kind of hard for her. So we're going to have to add before we got to call 911, we're going to make sure that she go and take care of herself, because we need her back. But we are going to let her take us to break.
All right. Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2. See y'all next week.